It has been months since the Henry Vilas Zoo was making headlines for allegations of racism and animal mistreatment among staff, and the Dane County approved an independent investigation into it.
Now results from a different evaluation are out, this time looking into how welcome visitors feel at the zoo and other Dane County parks. Arman Rahman has more.
Yep, Eric and Charlotte, Dane County officials wanted to be clear that this has nothing to do with the investigation into how zoo management treats its employees and animals. This independent study was contracted by the county in 2021 to see how the zoo and Dane County parks can be more equitable and accessible.
Look at who's using the zoos, who's using the parks.
Keen independent research collected 600 survey responses from stakeholders as well as visitors.
And also to find out who isn't using zoo and parks and to see, why that might be.
One guest recommended partnering with organizations that work with communities of color, also giving them more transportation and access to parks and the zoo.
There was room for even more innovative practices and improvement or addressing some gaps.
Another gap was the language barrier for Dane County residents who may be more comfortable with information in Spanish, Hmong, or other languages.
That would be around communicating in a multilingual fashion more consistently in newsletters, in signage at the zoo and at the parks.
To be more accessible to people with disabilities, the report recommends more adaptive equipment and signs for larger slopes or rougher terrain.
To partner more robustly with community organizations that serve individuals with disabilities.
And those with sensory needs, like headphones or quieter spaces at times, were also identified as needing better access.
There was some discussion around providing badges or buttons to identify for people who would like to identify as people with sensory sensitivities, as well as buttons for staff who are trained.
The county says it's important to make sure all populations feel welcome in their recreational areas.
And feels like they belong and are safe at county parks and at the zoo, that their interests and experiences are reflected.
And officials tell me the investigation into racism and animal mistreatment began a week and a half ago. That must be done by next month as per the Dane County Board's vote in June.